Welcome to this month's Soul Explorations with Jo session. This month I've been guided to talk about and work with songs, and specifically the lyrics of the songs. There's some really powerful healing, there's some really powerful messages and some really powerful energy that we can all tap into and access and use through everyday songs and lyrics. You know, the stuff you hear on the radio every day, your favourite CD or album, your favourite playlist on Spotify. It goes so much deeper than just, nice sounding music and touching words. There's so much more to it than that. So that's what Spirit has guided me to talk about today and to work with today. And it's really interesting because leading up to sitting down and recording this morning, I was sitting down with some printed out song lyrics from a get-together I had with some close friends last weekend. We were playing Islands in the Stream by Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. And, everyone knows that song. I know that song. But I was ashamed to say I didn't know the lyrics to the song. And so we were having some drinks and we were singing along, and I couldn't sing the lyrics. I didn't know all of the words. I knew the chorus, of course, but I didn't know the words. So I said to my friend, right, this week I'm going to print those lyrics out and I'm going to learn them. And so the week has come and gone. It's now Friday, and I had the lyrics printed the next day, but I haven't sort of sat down and looked at them and read them and played the song and learned the lyrics. So this morning I had some time on my hands before I was taking the kids to school. I was ready early, so I thought, right, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play this song and I'm going to have the words in front of me. I've got them here. This is why I keep looking down. I've got the lyrics here with me. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start practicing. So I did, and I played the song over and over and over. My kids are like, Mum, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm learning a song. I have to learn this song. I want to learn this song. And it was so interesting because the more, I was pausing, I was playing and then pausing the different verses, and I was saying the words and then I was singing the words, and it was like this whole repetitive thing as I was trying to, memorize it and learn it. And I started to notice words and sentences even jumping out at me. And I didn't pay much attention to it because I was so focused on just trying to get it in my head and learn it. But then as I was setting up for this session today, and I'm thinking, what are we going to talk about? What's this session going to be? And Spirit sort of showed me and said to me, songs, music, lyrics, let's talk about that. Let's address that. And I thought, okay, so this morning as I was sitting down learning these words, I realised now in hindsight that I was being prepared by Spirit for this session. I was having an experience with a song and with the lyrics of the song in readiness for what we're going to do today. And I thought that was quite an interesting little way to get me started, to start my day and to get me into the zone for this session. So I've got this song looping in my head now. It's like Islands in the Stream is like on constant loop in my head. I'm going to have to sit down after this and have another sing and another read through the lyrics and feel into the music and see what comes of it from an energetic and from a spiritual perspective. So I was guided to set up for this session today to surround myself with music, and Spirit said it doesn't matter what sort of music it is, just surround yourself with music. That was my criteria for setting up. So I grabbed my little folder. I've got a little folder here of a whole heap of CDs, and they're so old. Like my husband and I haven't bought CDs for years, so these are quite, there's some old music in here. So I grabbed that out and I've sat that in front of me, and I was just sort of flicking through, thumbing through it, and far out, like I could really feel the energy of the lyrics and of the music, even though I wasn't playing it, I wasn't, listening to it. I could feel it. And Spirit said, no, go one further. You need to surround yourself even more. So I got some old records out that we've got stored away, and I've sort of fanned them out behind me to sort of hold me and to hold this space and to hold the energy. So we're completely surrounded by music and different musicians, different genres, totally different genres. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So have a think about, what is your favorite genre of music? Do you love pop? Do you love classical? Do you love like relaxation, meditation type music? Do you like hip hop, rap, R&B, heavy metal? Any genre, and every genre means something, and it's serving a purpose. And you might find that, you know, from day to day, or even from hour to hour, you feel like listening to 80s pop music one day, and then the next day you feel like listening to classical. And it's all based on how you're feeling at the time, what energy you are holding at the time, what energy you are tuning into at the time. So I want you to be more aware when you're listening to your music. Pay attention to what genre you're feeling drawn to, and then what specific songs you're feeling drawn to. And then go even deeper and pay attention to the artist, the singer or the band, the group. Who is it that has made that music, and who is bringing that music to you? I realised many years ago that a lot of authors, people who write, whether they're writing a book, fiction or non-fiction, whether they're writing poetry, whether they're writing song lyrics, they're tapping into that other part of themselves, and they're tapping into those other energies around them. A lot of people will say, you know, when they're being interviewed, you know, how did you come to these lyrics? Where did they come from? Or where did the music come from? So many artists will say, and authors will say, the words just came, or the music just came, or I was asleep one night and I woke up with this tune in my head, or with these words in my head. So a huge chunk of the music that we listen to in our everyday lives is what I refer to as channeled. It was a download. It was that person being open and being able to connect with the messages and the gifts that were coming through them, and they were able to transcribe them in some shape or form so that they can share it with everyone else. And I really held on to that. I believe that, and I know that that is true. And when I do hear certain songs, or I do hear a certain singer's voice, even without the lyrics or the music, just their voice and the tone of their voice, and the sounds that they make as they're singing the song, that has such a powerful effect on me. And I know it has a powerful effect on most people. So let's spend some time tapping into that, feeling into that, seeing how it sits with you, and then working through a couple of little really easy exercises that you can do to use music and lyrics to boost your mood, to shift some old sort of stagnant energy, to do whatever you want it to do. Okay, so I'm just going to pause for a second now. That was a massive introduction. Sorry, I hope I haven't bored you already. So I'm just going to feel into it. It's like I can hear all of these voices sort of whispering, and they sound a long, long way away. So all of the words, all of the lyrics, all of the music, I feel like it's stirring, and it's a long way away. I want to call it in. I feel like I need to call it all in a bit closer. So let's bring all that in a bit closer. A lot closer, actually. And even as you watch this recording, if you're thinking, yes, music, I love music, and you're thinking, all I want to do now is just go and put on some music. Do it. Pause this, go put on your favourite record or CD, or stick Spotify on and put the radio on even, and just have that playing in the background while you watch the rest of this session, because it's going to help. It's going to enhance the session for you. I would put music in the background here, but because of licensing stuff and copyright, unfortunately I can't. So I've got the music going in my head. I've got Islands in the Stream going through in my head, looping over and over. So that's my music that I've got to keep me going through this session. All right, so I can feel it. It's coming in really strong now. It sounds much closer than what it was. So I'm getting this feeling, and again, I've known this for a long time, and I've often said this. I'm getting this feeling now that artists and singer-songwriters and musicians, because they're so creative and because they're so open, even if they don't realize it, even if they haven't acknowledged it, they are deeply spiritual people. And because they often do tap in and out of other realms and other energies, they can be misunderstood, and they can often be consumed by the fame and the fortune and all of that, that sort of physical, earthly side of things. Once people start to relate to their songs and they connect with them and they really enjoy them, so they start becoming popular and really, really famous. And I'm feeling like that can be a hard thing for a lot of them. And it's well known that there are many musicians and artists and singers who have gone down the path of self-medicating with drugs or alcohol or whatever it is, whatever their vice is. There are many that take their own lives. And I truly feel that these artists, these beautiful creative souls, they find it hard to marry up their creative spiritual side with the side that is about making money and selling records and pleasing other people and looking and being a certain way to suit other people. It doesn't marry up for them. It just doesn't connect. The dots aren't connecting for them. So I feel like we need to pay, Spirit is saying we need to be more respectful of artists, even those who we think are a little bit crazy, a little bit, we've all seen or heard a song or seen footage of an artist of some description who to us seems like they've lost the plot, like they've just lost their way. And people judge artists for that. So I think it's important for us to just be mindful that these people, these beautiful souls, they are gifting us with these lyrics and these songs. And so no matter how crazy they seem to us, I feel like we need, and Spirit is saying, we need to show more respect for these artists, because they are bringing these spiritual gifts to our world and to society. So there you go. There's a bit of food for thought for us. I'm just pausing for a second, feeling into the energy. So Spirit wants me now to take us through a little exercise on energetically connecting with a song. And so close your eyes, and you can do this after this session if you want. You don't have to do this now, but this is what Spirit would like you to do if you want to connect with music and with lyrics from a spiritual perspective, from an energetic perspective. So Spirit is saying, close your eyes, take a couple of nice big deep breaths. So prepare yourself as if you're going to do a meditation, or you're going to do some sort of relaxation, or if you're, de-stressing yourself, you'd take a couple of nice big deep breaths, you just pause. That's what you're being guided to do. So nice big inhale and exhale. First song that comes into your head. It could be a nursery rhyme. It could be a jingle off an ad on TV. It could be a song that you just heard minutes ago on the radio. Whatever song or artist even jumps into your head, that's the direction you need to be heading. So put that song on. Or if you don't have access to online music in any capacity, then sing the song in your head. That's enough. Go through the song in your mind, and that will connect you with what you need from that song. But if you can, put the song on and then just sit and close your eyes. Set the intention that you are connecting with this song, and you don't know the reason. You don't have a reason. There's no reason for this. All you know is that this song has come to you, so you would like to connect with it. And so you're opening yourself up and you're hitting play and you are listening to that song and you are just breathing. Don't go looking for the messages or the feelings or the deeper meaning to the song. Don't go looking for the energetic healing or the gifts that the song has for you. It will come to you. So you've got to trust that, and you just sit and you breathe and you immerse yourself in the song. Eventually, if it doesn't happen straight away, that's fine. You just trust that you've received what you need, even if you haven't felt or experienced anything. Trust it. Okay, I've listened to the song. I've received a beautiful gift. I don't know what that is, but that's okay. But if you do start to feel something or see something, or you can feel your body having an energetic reaction to the song, to the voice, to the words, to the music, or all of the above, just sit and feel into it, breathe into it, and let yourself have that moment. Let yourself have that beautiful healing experience. Sometimes the lyrics jump out, and they often do for me. Often it's the lyrics. It's usually the lyrics, or no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say often it's just the lyrics that make me feel something really, really strong. But now on reflection, it's not. Sometimes it's the lyrics. Sometimes it's the voice, the sound of the voice that's singing. And sometimes it is the music, the actual music that's playing. They stir up a reaction. It stirs up a response. So what is your attention going to? The lyrics, the voice, or the music, or all of it, all components of it, giving you this experience. So if you want to, Spirit is talking now about using these songs that are available to us to heal ourselves. There is so much healing power in songs. And so the next time you do it, you're going to work through exactly what you did as I just talked you through. But this time you are going to set the intention that you are going to receive healing. You're going to receive the healing that you need for your highest good and greatest joy. And then you're going to do exactly the same thing, and you're going to put the song on and you're going to breathe and you're going to relax and see what experience that gives you. And so the whole point to this, I think, is for us to realize that we don't have to, we can use everyday things to help ourselves. We can use stuff that we're exposed to day in, day out, to our own advantage and to benefit ourselves. I'm pausing again, sorry, I've got something else coming through. Okay, so we're talking now about if a song is triggering for you. So you've listened to a song, okay, Spirit is giving me an example. There's a couple of songs from my past where at the time when I heard the songs, I was with a certain person or I was doing a certain thing, and I'm talking like 20, 25 years ago. Even now, when I hear that specific song or those couple of specific songs, it triggers me. And I still to this day can't listen to the songs. I still can't. I'll hear it on the radio and I'll be like, nope, change the channel. Or it'll pop into my head and I'm like, no, not going there. And I'll distract my mind with something. And so now Spirit wants us to talk about how songs can trigger us. So we're being asked to acknowledge that when we are triggered by songs in this way, so if there's a song that triggers something for you, it could be anger, fear, regret. I mean, there's a whole host of things that could trigger in you. Spirit wants you to see this as a healing opportunity. And do you know what? I already know this. I already know that these triggers are healing opportunities. And it's not just songs that can trigger us. It's so many things that can trigger us. So I'm already well aware of triggers, personal triggers being an opportunity for some really deep, powerful, profound healing. But despite knowing that, I still cannot bring myself to listen to these couple of songs. But Spirit is saying, try harder. So if you're relating to this, if you're sitting there going, oh yes, I have this song and it reminds me of such and such or that time in my life and I cannot listen to it under any circumstances. Spirit is saying, just keep reminding yourself that there is a really deep, powerful healing experience within that song for you. And so really try, push yourself, challenge yourself, Spirit is saying, to listen to that song in its entirety. There's another example that's coming to me now. In high school, a friend of mine, a young girl who was in my grade, and I wasn't especially close to her, but I was friends with her. And she took her own life in grade 9, I think it was. And there was a song that her family played at her funeral that until just recently I wasn't able to listen to that whole song. And I don't really know why. There's not really any, I've been to other funerals. I've had other losses in my life, and I've had no problems listening to any other songs from any other funerals or any other experiences like that. But for some reason, this one song, it affected me. It really rattled me. And it was only recently I was able to really sit and hear that song from start to finish without turning it off. And I did it the first time and I was like, I actually don't even know why I waited so long to listen to that whole song. It was fine, like there was nothing in it. The second time, it just came on the radio one day, because this isn't a song I would typically play myself. So the next time the song came on the radio, and I'm like, I thought to myself straight away, okay, I'm fine with this song now, I can listen to it. And I got a couple of chords into the song and I'm like, nope, can't do it, turned it off. So it's going to come in stages, it's going to come through in steps. The healing is going to unfold and happen as it needs to. these triggers and these healing moments, especially the big profound ones, they happen to us for a reason, and Spirit is saying we're never going to be given more than we can't handle. Even if at the time you feel like you can't handle it, Spirit is saying you can. We know you can. This is why we're delivering this to you. This is why we're randomly putting this song on the TV or on the radio, or someone will start humming it or whatever. It's all very deliberate from Spirit and from the universe. So, the next time a song comes on that triggers you in any way, challenge yourself to sit through the song and just see how you go. If you can just get through the song from start to finish, you're not feeling into it, you're not looking for what the healing experience is, or you're not doing it to torture yourself. None of that. Just put it on, let it play, even if you do something else, even if you're talking to someone else or you're going about your day doing something else and the song is in the background and you kind of just tune in and out of it. Do that. You're just being challenged to just at least let the song play through from start to finish, and then see what happens. This is I'm pausing here because I'm feeling like this is a message for me just as much as it is for you, for everyone watching this. Because my gosh, there are a couple of big songs for me that as I said, I still can't listen to them. So I'm going to take Spirit's advice on board, and I'm going to take this healing opportunity. I hope you're going to do it too. I want you to do it with me. Do it with me. We'll do it together, and we'll see how we go with it. I might even check in a week or so and just put some comments in about how I went, how my experience was with the songs. And I would love for you to share your experience too, if you feel comfortable doing it. Okay, is there anything else Spirit wants to talk about? Songs, I'm being reminded, or shown, I should say, when a witch invokes energy or a healer invokes energy, summons the energy and brings the energy in and harnesses it and does something with it. I'm being shown now that songs and music and lyrics work in almost exactly the same way. They invoke energy, they invoke emotions, they harness things inside us that we can then do something with. So if you want to harness some energy to do some healing work, or for motivation, inspiration, to soothe you, to help you sleep, whatever you want to harness some energy for, use songs, use music to help you do that, because it's super powerful, super potent, super effective, and if we can acknowledge that, it's going to make it even more powerful. So the next time you want to harness some energy for whatever reason, have a play with it by doing it through music and songs and see how you go. I think that's all I feel like that is where we're going to end our session. So this was an interesting one. This was a very interesting one. Often with these soul exploration sessions, there's a big element of healing. So I'll take us through a big healing or a meditation, or there'll be some different stuff happening. But this one was just a sit and a chat. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, and it's given you something to think about and something to play with and work on. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait actually to go and look up one of these songs that trigger me, and I'll see what sort of experience I have. I'm a pretty stubborn, determined person, so now that Spirit said that, even though I already knew it, that it was a chance for a big, powerful healing moment, it's given me the little nudge that I've needed to actually immerse myself in that experience. So I hope it has inspired you as well. Enjoy playing with music and lyrics and songs. Enjoy feeling into them all. Enjoy receiving the messages and the healing that is being gifted to you through the songs. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.